What makes inflation? What does it do?
Well, I'm going to kind of give you a view of inflation that maybe you haven't thought of in this way. Okay, inflation essentially is when a country becomes poorer. Okay, so just to give you an example, let's say that food costs $300,
okay,
and you could afford it. And now it costs $500, and now you can't afford it. The food didn't change. It's still food.
Right.
It's just that you've become poorer. You now can no longer afford it. So inflation is kind of reversed to the way you may normally think of it, that prices went up. It's actually a country becoming poorer.
Yeah.
And not being able to afford the things that it could before. If you compare the U.S., and with all the inflation we've had, we've experienced our country becoming poorer because of it. But there are many places, that can't afford the things that we can, right? A cell phone, for example. There are places where only rich people have cell phones. So that country is very, very poor, even compared to us, right? And that's really the way I look at inflation is. It's a very terrible thing. It's a cancer, is what it is.
Yeah. The value of that food didn't change, only in relation to that dollar that you have.
Yes.
Yeah.
And what causes inflation is, unfortunately, it usually, unless there's an exogenous event, like with COVID. We had the supply lines were shut down,
right.
And so the supply of whatever it is that we wanted to buy was cut off, and so what few remaining ones there were, everybody had to pay more for. So scarcity causes prices to go up, and that could be inflationary. But those exogenous events tend to take care of themselves over time, just as with the supply chains, it's not as a big of a problem anymore. But generally speaking, inflation is caused by too much money chasing after a limited or a smaller supply of goods and services. And historically, what has caused inflation is governments. If you like what you just saw and you want to keep having more fun than a human being should be allowed to have when talking about all this boring financial stuff, click right here and you'll get more content.
RPOA.com